I've already sent my stuff out, and I'll hit the banner. So, hey everybody, what's up? This is C Double with my awesome crew. Ladarius on one side, underneath is Ron, the Myth Thomas. These are my crews. These are the homeboys that I love doing shows with. So sit back. We're gonna hit our little countdown thing, and then we're gonna start the show. What's up? What's up? What's up? I want to thank everybody as a true Falcon fan. And if you've had a tough week and it's all rainy and it's messy and you just want to cuss somebody, well, join the crew. We're going to be doing that too because it's raining. My back is killing me. I'm ready to smack some people, to be honest with you, but not my crew because you know why? They're family. And you don't do that to family.
Right. You don't smack family
So,
cat.
exactly. Well, I mean, you could, but you know.
No, I'm just putting it down for future references. That's all. Just
Okay. You were just saying that to remember that, just in case certain company shows up.
yeah, to avoid, I want to be here, I don't want to.
I mean, look,
come up with money for certain things. So I'm like, so I know. Saves
look.
bank.
I mean, rumor does have it that we may be having Timberland on. So just know that.
Listen, I really wish we would have sprung more for Usher, but that's fine.
Look, he wanted too much money. I just couldn't afford it, bro.
Yeah, Timberland, I get it. I wonder what hat Timberland's going to wear today, because is he going to wear just the letter A, the word Atlanta, or is he going to wear a polo cap?
Well, look, he can't wear a Falcon hat because that would clash with Ron, and Ron keeps it real. We know that, right, Ron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at him. He already said it with just that phrase. So, all right, guys. If you hadn't known, you should know already. But yeah, the Atlanta Falcons, Pete and our Cheerios. Let's just say it like that. Radio Rah is in full effect, and we're going to have a lot of talks. But you know what? Ladarius, I know you're going to not mind this. Ron, we didn't have you for a few, quite a bit of time. So we wanted to go ahead and start with you because, a sleepy angel told us, by the way, rise up, Keely. Give us about a 30 to an hour into the show. We're going to be switching and getting everyone to come in. I want to try to get people. I invited some folks, see if we can get them on. And then, obviously, I know it's a cruddy day and I don't know what everyone has to do today. So I was just happy I made it back, got my workout in. So I was very happy about that. But let's go ahead. Ron, I want you to give us your opening thoughts about the game and how you feel overall.
Is this PG can't
Ron.
Okay.
First,
Well,
Ron, are you Ron? Are you on the Beard game?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the CM Punk of the show? Are you looking at the Roman Reigns of this show? Let me explain something to you, bro. You can feel free to express yourself. No one is going to stop you. I heard Timberland won't even stop you. I mean, we got him, folks.
Oh my God.
And Ladarius called it the AS Sharad.
Oh wow.
Timberland's what we like to call a creature of habit. So, when you watch enough nature shows and then you listen to enough Timberland songs, you know what he's going to come dressed
up. Okay.
So all right, what's up, guys?
Predicting my dress, is that it, or you guys were predicting my arrival time? What are we talking about?
No. We were actually predicting what would you be pimping out today, and in full, Terry way, you hooked us up with the proper ish with Ladarius calling it out.
So that you guys predicted I'd be wearing a Jordan shirt? Like, What?
No. We predict. No, sir. No.
We're not weirdos. That just says your hat.
Yeah. That would be weird,
Relax.
man. I mean,
Relax,
I mean,
pal.
what?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Some standards. Jeez, pal.
Oh man,
Mi-
how y'all
Mr.
doing,
Mi-
man? Y'all all right?
Mr. No Breakfast. Jesus.
I know it. Y'all all right? Everybody good? What up,
Yeah.
Ronnie? Thomas,
What's up?
Darius Brown and his band of renown, and
Well, we're going to let Ron wasn't able to make it to our last show. So we're going to look at that. That's what we do. Well, since we didn't have Ron on our last show, and we really want to get his take because, but Ron had to ask me the question, what's he allowed to say? Because, in some shows you want to be PG, but with C-Dub's show, I just want you to be you. So, Ron,
okay,
set the board. Be on time. Yeah, we want you to be you.
I finna be me. Zach Robinson, what happened to your creativity? I tired seeing the same damn plays every week. Every damn week, I tired seeing the motherfuckers. I mean, you show us, you do the same old thing, and you wonder why we don't get nowhere because the other teams watch our film. They know what you're going to do, Zach Robinson. Creativity. This all season, if you still be here, I hope not. But somebody need to put you on Madden the whole off season.
damn,
The new Madden, and tell you not to get your ass up the whole off season. Stay your ass on Madden. PS5, Xbox One, I don't give a damn. Your creativity stinks. It stinks. And you wonder why we go back 5 yards. You do the same damn plays. Your I tell you what, let me take you to Atlanta and get a homeless man to do a better creativity in one half of football than you do a whole year so far.
Oof. You want the homeless man to take care of this.
On the corner.
He said get the homeless man to do the job. Come
because
on, bring
your
it.
creativity stinks. You don't use Kyle Pitts. You don't use Tyler Algier half of the time. Why you in the NFL? That's what I'm on now. Why the fuck you in the NFL?
Wow. Because he's got his homeboy got him a job.
Your homeboy stinks too, Raheem. You stink.
Oh Lord. This is why I miss. Hey Ron, I miss you.
You don't do nothing. You don't talk to your players. You don't do shit on the sideline. What the fuck do you do?
I mean, we're gonna have to talk about this.
Some babies. You talk about you love your money. Show something.
The views of Ron Thomas are the views of Ron Thomas. Could be the views of others too, if you ask certain people on a certain day. All right. By the way, folks, hold on. I'll bring everyone back because I just want everyone to understand. This show is all about children. Okay? So we are doing this to intervene for these beautiful children that are drinking and watching this horrific mess that we've had to suffer. Guys, we've lost 4 in a row. We are 1-5 against teams with winning records. Thank God there's only one left. So we get a stab at Washington, but we have to go against Washington or the Raiders Monday night. We've got, give me a minute, guys. I'm sorry. My head just went blank. The Giants coming to our house. All right. Both teams are battling for the first overall pick. Let's get back to this game. What was your thoughts, Ladarius, now that, because like I said, I wanted Ron to give us his first major thoughts on everything. So I want to ask you, what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, and of course Terry doesn't. Yeah, but what a surprise! Now,
Oh, we're gonna let Terry talk. Don't worry.
what was that?
Camera
What?
off with Darius.
No,
I
it
What?
just seems every time you yakety.
Okay. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I don't want to eat
Sir.
on camera. I was trying to be polite.
Listen, that doesn't stop C-Dub. Listen, what are you talking about?
I mean, this is what I have to do to stay sexy.
Exactly. So
Ah,
what's your excuse, T. Will?
Whoa,
Timberland?
whoa, hold up. You not saying I'm sexy? What's up with that?
look, I am not judging your sexiness, buddy.
No, he
my
is.
life.
No, he called. No, listen,
That is
not a
my
great start. That's a great start for T. Will today.
Oh
Excellent start.
Stop it.
Excellent
Stop
start for Ron today. Ron coming out of the gate doing a great job. T. Will lagging behind just a bit.
Oh,
But I mean, just a bit. He's on the other side of the end zone.
oh,
So
wow.
he's driving 100 yards down the field for a touchdown.
Oh.
That's South Florida. And he's got 30 seconds to get at least.
I think Kirk Cousins just beat T. Will into a foot race to that one.
He might. You know
Oh
what?
no, there's no might. I'd put money on that. Yeah,
He might. It's possible. It could
I
happen.
mean, respectfully, I'm like, I'm trying to win money here. Now,
I understand. I don't want to get in your way of winning money.
you know what? That's the one nice thing you said to me in the last month. Thank you. No,
Go ahead, Ladarius.
must be the holiday season.
Must be.
The Grinch turns face. Now, no, I'll just be quick and just say this. At the end of the day, the penultimate problem is, listen, this game looked very competitive early on. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of promise early on. But then this thing called the fourth quarter happened. And we just lost, all of a sudden, Kirk Cousins doesn't know what he's doing. Listen, the fumble by Ray McLeod. It just all went downhill really fast. And listen, it's easy to pile on the coaching here, but a lot of that is coaching based. It's discipline. It's having structure and composure. Because this game, don't let the scoreboard fool you. If you take away the third quarter, the game was pretty even. But excuse me, if you take away the fourth quarter, the game looked pretty good for the first three quarters.
It did.
Yes.
All of a sudden, then things just started to happen, and it in such a cataclysmic way where it's just like, well, if you listen with Kirk Cousins, to me, my personal belief that if he's hurt, which a part of me feels that he is, and I understand playing, but what I also understand is that you know who else knows that? Zach Robinson knows that. So you call plays based on how your quarterback's feeling. And I said this, I think a couple of shows ago, where I said, well, you saw Kyle Shanahan basically bench Brock Purdy because of a shoulder injury. Because where were they playing? They were playing in Lambeau, where Lambeau gets pretty cold. And, listen, like with body aches and stuff, listen, you didn't want Brock Purdy there trying to sling a ball with a hurt shoulder out there in that weather. So Kyle Shanahan said, listen, if we lose, we lose. But I need my quarterback long term to have some kind of shot, winning, in that case that, could contend for the NFC West or make a playoff run.
Yeah.
See, and I'm not saying Raheem should have benched Kirk. All I'm saying is that, yes, he gives you the best chance to win. Put him in the best position to protect him. And that goes on Zach Robinson too. Because at the end of the day, if we can't figure out, like if Kirk hasn't thrown a touchdown in a month, okay, since week 9. He doesn't know what the end zone looks like. Okay, you know what? Homer Simpson has more touchdown passes than Kirk Cousins over the last
that was
month.
coming.
Okay, so listen. So what am I saying? I'm saying simply this: on a team that has Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, you have guys who can catch the ball in the end zone. You could throw in Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod, and we have 0 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. And what makes it look worse is that listen, Kirk's the type of guy, he can come from behind. I think T. Will, you said this. If we're down a possession, you feel great.
Yeah.
2 possessions, you're like, okay, this man's probably checked out.
Yeah.
He's checked out. And so at the end of the day, and I'll just say this is my last point. To me, it comes down to Zach Robinson. It comes to that's it.
You need those lemon pepper chicken wings. Come on, Sports PSP.
No, Sports PSP. No. You're right. Listen, just because somebody on this, go ahead.
Lemon pepper wings are for winners, and we haven't won. If stats are for losers, lemon pepper wings are for winners. Have the Falcons won?
So
exactly.
So now you're gonna mess up the ecosystem of Magic City. What?
Listen,
bro. The ecosystem's okay in Magic City. Trust me, they're not.
Yeah, listen. I saw a video earlier today where Quavo took with Luke Bryan and I can't the ecosystem in Magic City is doing great.
What did Mercedes and Lexus and Luscious do to you, C-Dub? Okay.
Wait, how do you know the name? This is
to get paid. Okay. They
No. I didn't say that they can't make money. What I said is really simple. Falcon players who want to enjoy lemon pepper wings and maybe something else, you don't get it because you are losers, not winners. If you win, you enjoy the delectable. Bro. No. We got other teams that are winning. Bulldogs are winning, not just the Bulldogs.
By the way, I'm done. I'm done.
They're young. Just be wagging it here.
That was don't be mad at me. All right.
I'm splitting the difference.
Split the difference. Okay. All right. Well, look it. I think it was I think it was momentum. You know, like Ladarius said, that game was pretty much even going into the fourth quarter. And then the Ray turnover happened. And then everything literally just went to you know what. I think the Falcons got outplayed in the fourth quarter, outcoached, out everything. But up to that point, it was a pretty even game. I felt good about our defensive effort. We got 4 sacks. We got pressure on the quarterback. We were in there. And I still think, given a second chance, we could beat Minnesota, especially if they come here. Just the issue is, look at Kirk, you threw another turnover, and going back and looking at that, it really looked like he just overshot Kyler. First, I'm thinking maybe if you turn it up, you can see it. I don't know what Kirk was thinking there. Like Ladarius alluded to, there seems to be a heightened sense of urgency when we get down by more than 1 score. It's like Kirk's chaos meter goes off the rails and he panics. And what follows is chaos and turnovers, right? And it seemed like the defense, once we gave up that second turnover, we couldn't stop them. So I know that a game is full 4 quarters. I still say this team is a playoff team. I still say if they win out, we got a chance. We just got to fix some things. And we definitely have some coaching issues, some things that I liked. I like the fact that we did run a few more plays with Kirk under center. I like the fact that we did have Algier and Bijan in the same backfield for a couple of plays, and I thought it worked well. So I was okay with that. It looked like we ran a little more play action. Looks like we ran the ball well, right? It's just what happened. The fourth quarter was terrible, and we need to we need to study. We need to look at that. We need to look at what went wrong and there were definitely some coverage busts. I'll say more so than I've seen in any other game this year with the Falcons. We also missed on a blitz. We got there. We just couldn't bring them down. If we bring them down, guess what? That second touchdown to Justin Jefferson doesn't happen. So while our performance did leave a lot to be desired, there were a lot of positives in it, and I think you can build on it. We just got to tighten some things up. And look, this is the first year for a lot of folks. The defensive and offensive coordinators together, and they got to figure it out. So those are my thoughts. C-Dub, I believe Ron had something he wanted to say, but it's your call. So go ahead, sir.
Ron, forget your thought. No. What you got, Ron? What you got, bro?
Yeah,
I want to hear what you have to say.
We got 4 sacks. What we do? Did we win?
Ron, wasn't it you who was bitching about the fact that we only had 10 sacks? I mean, I gotta call you on it for that. No, Ron, that's a big deal. Okay, that you can't,
big deal.
Repeated too. You can't be like, oh, we got 4 sacks. No, because a month ago you were like, oh, we need sacks. Oh, all of you were. All of you were like, oh, Jimmy Lake.
I got this one.
Be like,
let me be real quick. Let me be real quick, Ron. I'll give the mic back to you. No. See what we're not gonna do, Timberland. I keep telling you this.
Oh, we're doing it. Oh,
ad nauseum. I want you to pull the foot when I said it. Tell me when I said it.
I
said just because I prosecuted Jimmy Lake does not give you the right. I can be unbiased, sir. Listen.
You weren't unbiased in that. You were not unbiased in that, sir.
But did I call out the sacks? I call out other aspects. I called out other aspects of. Listen here, Timberland. You may run the studio. You're not running this, pal. So you will let me finish because you were half the reason I got my point cut off in the last segment. So I will finish my. Did we talk about sacks? Absolutely. But I talked about other aspects of the defense as well. So let's before we sit up here and you try to persecute my guy Ron here.
I'm persecuting all of you. Let me be clear.
Hold on.
All of you.
You can say case.
All of you are like.
First of all, my mama didn't name me all of you. I have a name. So my mama didn't name me all of you. So my mama didn't name me all of you. I got a name. So
whatever. Look,
don't you whatever me.
Okay.
Okay, you know what, Ron, before I get heated. Back to you, Ron. You got Timberland over here think he's running a studio.
Okay.
Timberland think he's talking to his background singers over here. Yeah, can we mute this guy, please? This guy is can we rescind his we're rescinding his parking pass, please. Let's rescind that.
Oh wow!
You're gonna walk to the studio next time. You ain't pulling in like me and C-Dub. You're gonna walk. All 3 of us, Ron, me, and C-Dub, we get to pull into the studio. You gotta walk a mile because
Oh wow. Well,
if you had some breakfast, I made you nicer, but that's on you, pal. Because we've been telling you all the time about the breakfast too. So we talk about the sack, we talk about the breakfast too, and you ignored us. So guess what?
Okay,
Ron, back to you.
You know what? I could use some.
Nope, Ron, go ahead. Ron, we're gonna mute him. He's not here.
My point was
whatever. Go ahead.
How many yards Sam Donald ran yesterday? Do anybody know?
No.
Ran or threw?
Ran.
Okay. I mean, he got out of a lot of sacks. I know that. But
45 yards.
Yeah, I think it's 45. I'm checking. Give me a second. Or you keep going, Ron. I'll let you know.
My point is, we made Sam Donald look like Joe Montana yesterday. How about that, Terry? TV.
The bottom line is you guys.
Let me government name. Government name.
You guys were bitching and moaning about no sacks. And this team is giving you 9 sacks in the past 2 games. You can't just piss all over that. I'm sorry. You have to acknowledge it. Were they perfect? No.
Okay.
But you have to acknowledge the fact that they did improve since coming out of the bye. You can't just be like, oh, we got 4 sacks. Like 4 sacks happens every game. No, especially for the Falcons.
Oh my God, I never said any of this.
Now you back
out. No. I'm gonna see you in court. I'll see you in court. You're not gonna slander my name.
Now look at him. Who's backing out now?
I ain't backing out. Listen, prosecute. Let's do that Jimmy Lake trial again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's.
I'm with you, TV.
Oh yeah. We could talk about sacks. Let's talk about them yards. Yeah.
He got 7 yards versus the Falcons. He got 7 rushing yards.
Okay,
And
can I answer?
Yeah.
Ron is back to you in the studio.
Okay.
4, 5, 7. He got
One.
7 rushing yards.
The opinion of
7.
T. Will is definitely not the opinion of anybody else on this show.
Look,
His parking has been rescinded. His
that's fine.
lunch box has been taken away.
Whatever.
You know,
take my lunch box.
his
You can
his
have
salary has been reduced significantly.
whatever. Hey, don't take my money now. We
Too late for that, pal.
All right. Time out. I've enjoyed. I've been eating. I've been wanting to hear this, but you know what? I'm so glad you all brought that up because hold on. So the defense got 4 sacks. Good. All right. I've been on it. I know Darius. I know Ron. I know we all wanted some production for the defense. How many wins we got still?
Oh wow! Look,
I mean, no. I'm not throwing no shade this time. I'm the host.
I'm throwing the shade in the whole tree.
I'm throwing shade, the tree, the plant, the roots, the water. I'm throwing everything.
Because hold on. Because see, we're going to have some conversations today, folks. Because again, this is for the children. I want people to understand those children behind us are sad. They got tears in their sweet teas because I don't think those are beers. But just saying.
Listen, you better put on Bluey or something to calm them down.
Yeah, but Ron, that is called the clips. All right. So look, my view about this damn game is simple. We were in this game, but Kirk has TBS, tight booty syndrome.
Yeah.
Him and Rah suffer from tight booty syndrome.
Pause.
And Jimmy, no, pause. This is something we must talk about. This is real. This is something the Falcons must address. They get tight booty syndrome.
Hi, I'm Kirk.
Yeah, exactly. When the game gets tight, Kirk gets older and just can't deliver like he used to. He doesn't even want to go to the gas station to get those sex pills. All right, I'm trying to help people here. Those poor children have to see Kirk not perform.
Let me get a Pepsi and some
Spike TBS.
Zach Ferguson taught me from a young age, boy, you pay me in gas station sex pills or something else, but I cannot stand here and let the good name of
what the hell is something else now?
What the hell did he just say?
I can't remember. Well, I kind of do, but if I said it, I would definitely get a pause and a personal foul.
I just
look.
I don't get fined.
Yeah, I'm with Ron. I'm with Ron.
Look, what I'm saying though.
I'm trying to see what the man is saying, and I'm listening. If I'm listening correctly, man, we got to make a lot of phone calls after this show.
Kirk Cousins suffers from tight booty syndrome.
I gotta cancel my dinner plan. Sorry. I gotta make some phone calls.
When the team, it's like whoever dictates the pace to Kirk Cousins sounds like toe touch.
America, can you guess what the word is? If you do, enter the contest. Send into the sweepstakes. You have until Friday.
What up, Chris? What up, A1? How you doing?
How you doing, A1?
Carlo.
C-Dub living the high life. So we'll discuss that later because C-Double is a mystery. I am a man of mystery. All right. So look.
Austin Powers, back to you.
So so TBS syndrome, all right? Tight booty syndrome. And not just that. In this game, Zach Robinson was playing the run. He was getting Tyler involved, Bijan. But what happened? When we get to a point, he ejects the running game and goes PlayStation. I got to pass. We got to pass. And Kirk threw his team threw his players under the bus. Because the guy that he was throwing the ball to was Ray Ray. Notice he didn't really get many catches afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm going to say is this. I'm not trying to read people's language because that's not my job. but I am getting sick and tired of hearing people giving excuses to Kirk Cousins. We have to be careful with him. We have to take care of his feelings. Bro, I am 47. If I'm playing quarterback and I hear someone saying, we got to be careful of C-Double's feelings, I'm taking a chair to somebody. I don't give a dang about feelings. I want W's. I want wins. I don't care if it's famous Jameis eating a W. I don't care if it's Kyle Shanahan ticked off at life itself. But if we're winning, I can hang with that guy. If we're winning, I want W's. Now,
I could never hang with Jameis for the record.
Oh, yeah. I think Jameis is one of those people. He starts talking, you just want to smack him as soon as he's talking.
He's a weirdo.
He a freak. He a freak. He living some kind of life. I don't want to say hi though.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, that boy's if you put a camera on him, he becomes preacher man. Oh, I got a speech for you. I got a speech for you. I got a speech. It's like, dude, calm it down. I'll bet you one of his teammates wants to pop him. And I would pay money just to do it. I would just say, please.
Probably.
But all right, let's get to the real question. So everybody is saying, and by the way, are we in agreement? I'm not trying to get Kyle or Kirk Cousins to get off or this season. I think he should be the starter because, quite honestly, here's my reasons why. And I want to hear what y'all think. Chat. Bring it up too, because I'm responding too every time y'all say something. So I want to know, why do we have, or I think the reasons to not start Penix is simple. Your coach is an idiot. Your coach wouldn't play Michael Penix for the whole preseason. Then here comes the season starts. Not only did he not play Michael Penix, he didn't even play the first or second starters. And now, look at where we're at. Now, has Michael Penix played some? Yeah, but he hasn't, like, thrown the ball, or it hasn't been an extended time where he's had, like, 20 attempts or anything like that. Michael Penix starting isn't smart. Everyone's worried about McGarity being the blindside block. All right, I'm with you. I'm more worried about the other guys because, let's be honest, when it comes to pass blocking, I mean, they're doing better. But if you hold the ball long enough, you're going to get hit. And Kirk has gotten hit. I'm not throwing the offensive line because he's gotten time to throw. Check out Tidy's show, Atlanta Bird Gang. I'm shouting you all out because Tidy goes and does the video review of the plays, and you'll actually see how long Kirk actually has in some of these spots. So, do you trust Caleb on Penix blindside? Honestly, Eric, I'm going to say it like this. I would actually switch McGarity over if, let's say Kirk gets hurt and we have to play him. I'm putting McGarity on the left side. I have to. If it's that big of a problem. If not, you got to switch Storm Norton. But my thing is this. You would have to do a lot of stuff to make sure you get it right for Penix. And like I said, I think what hurts is Penix didn't get time with the first guys to actually understand, okay, let me see. Let me fill out. Let me see how McGarity blocks. Maybe I can adapt my game. We never saw any of that. All right. So I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. It's just me stating these simple facts. I think Kurt has to play the rest of this year. You signed that contract, you got to at least play this year, in my opinion. Now, if he still performs this way, because, you know, he says he was stunned when the team was down by 2 touchdowns. Michael Penix football IQ is so high it will supplement. I'm gonna let the guys talk. I'll let y'all talk. I'm just throwing this out. My other thing is I think next year you let them battle it out. You have to, because Kirk is struggling. How many times have you heard a quarterback not throw a touchdown in 34 days? and 8 interceptions. That guy usually gets benched. But everyone said, "Oh, what a great pick." We're rebuilding our future. But it's funny. We're rebuilding our future, but no one wants to say, "But man, if we're in a pinch, we could have him play." No one has said it, and nobody wants that. But yet, here we are now in a situation where we're looking at our team going, "What are we doing?" So, what are y'all's thoughts about Michael Penix? Let's go ahead and address this first, and then we can talk about all the other stuff. Because this is one of those days where it's raining. There's nothing happy about it. My back's killing me, and I'm pissed. So everyone else should be. That's my viewpoints. I woke up thinking violence, and also going, ah! But anyway, going to you guys. We're going to start with. We're going to go with Terry, and then we'll go to Ron, and then Ladarius, and then we'll just go from there.
All right. So,
What's up, Dennis?
and now Ladarius turns his camera off.
Yeah,
Wow.
it doesn't feel so great, does it? Doesn't feel so hot, does it?
Okay.
Doesn't feel so great. Yeah.
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey,
Carlo, give me a minute. I will go back to it when everyone goes around. Okay, I'm just throwing an option out there. That's all I'm doing.
It's all good. So
Yeah. So keep talking. Go ahead,
guys. I think this situation is not as easy as you would perceive. Were this not Atlanta, I think it'd be a lot simpler to interchange Kirk and Penix. But this is Atlanta. Atlanta is the home of the Vic and Matt Ryan controversy. And if you want to start it all over again, just go ahead and start Penix. Because the minute they see his arm and they see him throw, it doesn't matter if he goes 1 for 38. The fans are going to be like, he should start. And now you've created your own quarterback controversy. Am I saying that they should not play Penix? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you should use wisdom in doing it. Look, you drafted Penix to play probably for the next 10 years after 2026. Okay. You want to rush it? Fine. Look, I'm okay with trading Kirk in the offseason. I think Kirk's performances are probably a mixture of injuries and or it being a new system and or it being a new coordinator. But the bottom line is he has not gotten it done for the last 4 games. He just has not gotten it done. He did perform better this last game, as much as it hurts to say it. He threw for 338 yards. Now he threw 50 yards the other way, but he did throw for 338 yards. He did improve. And again, were it not for the fourth quarter, we did okay. But look, we're here now. We need to win out. We need to win every game. And to the extent that, Raheem feels he needs to put Penix in, then put Penix in. I don't have an issue. Look, I'm about the name on the front. I'm about winning. So whatever you have to do to win, I'm fine with it. The other thing is, I'm not going to say Raheem's an idiot. What I will say,
I am.
Well, hang on. What I will say, what I will say is that he could have done better with his coordinators.
Amen.
Specifically Jimmy Lake. I don't necessarily have an issue with Zach Robinson. I think Zach is only going to get better. I really do. I think second and third year Zach, you'll see a resounding improvement because you don't know what you don't know. Now, Jimmy Lake, you can have him. You can keep him. So I think, Raheem got that wrong. I think Raheem is loyal to a fault. But I don't think he's a bad coach at all. Raheem is the same person that won the Super Bowl in 2021, mind you. He did have a couple of Hall of Famers on his defense, but guess what? The year before, those same Hall of Famers were there on defense and they didn't win. So he did win a Super Bowl. He did go to the Super Bowl with the Falcons. He has been around a lot of great defensive and offensive minds. And this is his first year back coaching, obviously since 2013. So he's got to get used to it. It's his first year. He's definitely has some missteps. There's definitely room for improvement, but I'm not going to say Raheem is the worst coach on the planet. I mean, and you know what, Ron? That's your choice. Obviously, you don't understand that. There's a Jets team that's 2-11. Clearly, that missed you. Clearly, it missed you that there are other teams who don't have 6 victories. So,
Oh, come out.
you
We
have.
talk
Look,
Falcons. We
look,
My job isn't talking Jets
look,
because if I did,
look,
hold on,
let
whoa, whoa.
let
Hold
him
on,
My
go.
statement
hold
was
on.
my
But if I
statement.
was talking Jets, I
My
would be eviscerating.
statement, and I stand by it. Was he
Okay, okay,
coach in the world? And Ron said he is, so I had to retort. Okay.
okay. I got you. I got you.
With
Yeah,
that,
Everything's awesome.
with that being, look, I'm not mad, guys. I'm just looking. I'm expressing how I feel. I am a
Yes.
Raheem guy. There's no secret with that. I think Raheem can deliver us a championship. I think Raheem, he's not perfect, and he definitely needs to learn from his mistakes. And I'm not going to say that, but I'm not going. We could have done worse. We could have done worse because if you think Belichick was going to come in here and do better, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. The first thing you have to do as a coach is you got to connect with your players.
Mm.
And do you guys wonder why nobody else in the NFL wanted Bill Belichick? You think it was just an accident? What you think the 29 other teams just they had a brain fart? No. They saw what we saw in that Belichick is done. And I'll say it, he's done. Washed up, over, done. The first thing you have to do as a coach, yeah, you can know X's and O's. That's great. But if you don't connect with the Joes, Jocks, and Joes, what good are you? What these people have to want to play for you. And what I'm saying is the last 3 championships, they played for Tom. They hated Bill. You don't believe?
Mm.
Look it up on Google. All right. So all I'm saying is Raheem can get this done. Will he? Don't know. But it's his first year. Okay. Now, if he doesn't make good on it, then the consequences are what they are. He did make certain promises. He did go out and do certain things. At the end of the day, you got to put
yeah.
up or shut up. I'm not saying it's any different. And whatever Arthur Blank decides is what he decides. What I am saying is let's put a little respect on Raheem's name, okay? Let's just not treat him like he's some clown.
Ooh.
There's
Oh.
some other coaches, okay, specifically in the league, Dennis Allen, who have been terrible. So I'm not saying he's the best coach in the world. What I am saying is I know that we're upset. I know that we're frustrated. I know that we're sick of seeing the team losing. But let's give the man some respect. Let's give him some leeway, and let's see where this thing goes. That's all I'm saying. What you
All
got?
right.
I'm glad you went there because last time I checked was Raheem the head coach of the Rams when they won Super
He
Bowl.
was a defense coordinator that won.
Oh, so
Coordinator.
he can. So he don't know how to put together a defense
No, he
or
knows.
an offense.
No, he knows how to run one because he's run defenses and offenses before. So
Right,
he knows what
So
it
he was
takes.
an offensive coordinator.
right.
He knows what it takes to succeed. I'll say that.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
It is succeeding right now.
Ron, again,
Give me a yes or no, my guy.
it's not yes or no. It's not
Give
yes.
me a yes or no, my
There
guy.
are mitigating factors. Okay, what's your definition of success?
Success, we would have won the division a while
The
back.
division's not
Success,
over. The division's not over.
Tampa Bay on our heels, sir.
They are, but the division is
Well,
not,
they actually got a full game over, or they got a half a game over. Yeah.
the division is not over. The
So
division
they playing
is not over.
hopscotch over. They're
The
playing
division is not
hopscotch.
over. The
So
division
they
is
go over the win. See,
the division is not over, Ron.
okay.
It's not over. You know, like all I'm saying is, all I'm saying, guys,
Oh,
and
wait.
I understand the frustration. I do, right? But let's not just get on here and bitch and make comments because we're frustrated. Let's put some substance behind it. If you think Raheem is such a bad coach, then give me numbers. Tell me why. And when you do that, do it in comparison to all of the coaches who've ever coached. If you're going to say this guy sucks, right? Give me proof. Don't just make a statement because that's how you feel. Give me proof. Give me substance. What are we talking about?
We talking about the X's and O and the players he drafted. They sucks. That's what we talking about. They
Jeggings.
So hang
Yeah,
on.
wait a minute. I'm going to break it down to you.
Who sucks specifically? Who sucks?
Troy Anderson. He cannot stay healthy to save his life. Wait a minute. He cannot stay healthy to save his life. 2, Kyle Pitts go missing during games. If you a good head coach, you would pull Kyle Pitts to the side and say, Kyle Pitts, you know what? You will not play for the rest of the game since you go missing during the games. They call coaching.
We don't know the number one, and let me go back to Troy Anderson. Troy Anderson was drafted last year. He was not drafted this year. No, he was not drafted by Raheem. That's number one. Right? Number 2, Penix was drafted by Raheem. Does Penix suck?
We don't know. We have not played Penix.
Okay. So my point is, we don't know. We don't know if these draft picks suck or not because most of them. Rook does not suck. I would say that. Rook looks to be pretty good. But let's get back to the Kyle, right? We don't know the conversations he's having with Kyle, right? Look, my mom was the type of person that she would get you where you did it. But I had an aunt who would talk to you in private if you messed up. You don't necessarily have to chastise somebody where everybody knows. We don't know the conversations that are being had, Ron. We don't.
Can I say this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My mom will talk to you one time. And you did it again, you will not be playing.
Okay.
So my point is, how many catches did Kyle Pitts have this past weekend?
I don't know. Didn't look like a lot. Okay,
so that let me know you supposed to be a top tight end and you doing something that you don't need to be doing while you playing the game. Why you not on the sideline? I don't care. You number 4, you this tight end. I don't care. If you're not helping out the team, catching the ball, you is a top tight end. Why are you in the game? Why are you playing hide or seek?
That's a fair point. But again, number one, we don't know the conversations that have been had. We don't know if there's a conversation between Raheem, Terry, and or we don't know. That's the thing about it. We don't know the dynamic. Me personally,
all right.
Kyle's gone at the end of this year.
All right. I got some housekeeping and I'm about to bring somebody in. So give me a minute. So first of all, for the first time, we're going to bring in El Jefe, Mr. Keeley. I want to thank you for stopping by in the show.
My necklace. Devo in here.
All right, and let me catch up on the comments because I know Keeley's going to jump on some stuff too because and look, folks, if you know Keeley, he knows his stuff. So I appreciate you coming on in.
Thanks for the
first of all,
dog.
Oh, no problem, brother. No problem. Yeah, it's all love here at the beer gang here, man. All right. If he respects them, stop wearing them damn jeggings by Carlo, which God bless you, brother. Ron needs to stop being rhetorical with his responses and make chances on the field to sustain respect. All right. And then Mr. Keeley, he had the number 1 defense in the Super Bowl year. Okay. And then let's see. So didn't we win the division Dan Quinn's first year and went to the Super Bowl the next? No, we didn't. Oh, we didn't win the Super. All right. Pitts was open the last 2 games. Kirk never saw him or threw it to him or overthrew it. I think that's what she meant. Or dropped the pass that hit him in the hands Sunday. I'm just reading comments. That's all I'm doing, guys. Everybody was loving all the moves in the offseason for Mr. Parker, or AKA T. Will's brother, because we know that's who he is. All right, now, Ron, I'm going to let Keely speak, and then I want Ladarius to speak on, and then we'll go around, okay?
Mm-hmm. So what do y'all want to address?
Well, here's the thing, Keely. We were really discussing quarterback first, but apparently Ron and Terry has taken this to the Raheem and the Jeggings conversation. But, look, my thing is this. I'm doing this for the children behind us who are sad. They are drinking. Mom and dad don't love them no more. They're fighting because Kirk can't throw the ball right. Rah wants to throw everyone under the bus or say it's not about stats. But as soon as Kirk has a good game, hey, he had 300 yards. That's a good game, right? Oh, wait, he still didn't throw a touchdown? Oh, damn, I look bad. But yeah, but don't worry. So my question is this, all right? I think Penix, or if you start Penix now, everyone's kind of wanting Penix. My thing is, let Kirk throw this whole year, all right? Because my thing is, you got the contract. Penix is going to be the quarterback. I think Penix wins the battle no matter what. And if you trade Kirk next year, fine. I don't know who's going to want him, but we'll go from there. But my thing is, Penix should be. It's almost like, what was it? How Andy Reid looked over at Mahomes and Alex Smith. Everyone went crazy when he said he was going to start Mahomes over Alex Smith, and people were like, "What about Alex Smith?" And it's like, now no one's questioning that move no more. Mm-hmm. So the question I have for you, it's like, what are you thinking quarterback wise? Because I don't think it's as simple as quarterback that fixes this problem. Because I look at everybody else, but what do you see? What say you? And we will talk about Raheem because I have a theory about that, and I want to know what everyone thinks.
I think so. They asked Gruden this question, John Gruden, and I saw an interview, and he made a comment that it pulled me back to the Mariota Ritter conversation, when people were begging for Ritter because they've had enough of Mariota. And Gruden simply said, Raheem sees Penix every single day. And he said that if Penix was a world beater, he would be playing him right now. If he believed that Penix would go in there and give him the best shot to win games, then Penix would be playing. And I agree. I think the phrase, the most popular quarterback on the team is the backup quarterback. And that's very true. And I think people are going through that right now. I think, I'm sorry, like a rookie, they're going to have a learning curve. I know people get caught up and say the success of like CJ had a great start, Jaden, but they also had a preseason. They also had reps. They had a full offseason getting first team reps.
Yes.
Whereas Penix, if you add up all the reps preseason and regular season, you probably get 10, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
So with Kirk, there's also the factor of his salary. If you're employed, anyone who's employed anywhere, right? You convince your boss to make $100 million investment. You have to justify that investment.
Yep.
It's a CYA measure. And I'm pretty sure Raheem is going to do everything he can to justify, especially if he was the guy that said, go get Kirk. And I believe that he was.
Yeah.
If I'm the guy that went and told Arthur Blank, go get Kirk, and it's going to cost you $100 million guaranteed that you can't recoup $100 million, then I need more than 13 games for $100 million. And so with that being said, I think people are going to, I think Kirk's struggles are more than just Kirk. I don't understand why everyone is so down on Kirk, because he's exactly what I expected of Kirk. Not that it would be this bad, but what I'm saying is this is what I expected of a 36-year-old Kirk coming off an Achilles injury playing with a rookie offensive coordinator.
Yep.
He doesn't have Kevin O'Connell as his OC as in the past. He doesn't have Sean McVay, Shanahan. What's the other one that's the elite one out there in Cincinnati? Isn't the coach for
Zach? No, but I think you're talking about Kevin Stefanski.
Stefanski, who's a two-time coach of the year, who is also one of his OCs.
Yeah,
a two-time coach of the year. So he's been pretty fortunate to have some pretty bright minds calling plays for him, some experienced coaches. And I think to see a 36-year-old Kirk coming off an Achilles, playing with a rookie OC, that's not necessarily always putting him in the most favorable positions to succeed. This is kind of what I expected. But with that being said, games have to be played, but I do think people are going to have a different opinion on Kirk in the next 2 weeks after coming off games versus the Raiders and the Giants. And I want to see how drastically their opinions kind of shift in terms of how they view Kirk and his value. I think Raheem is going to I think with the next 4 games, Raheem is looking at it and he sees that the playoffs are still in play. You just have a tight division, and when you look at both roads ahead, I think it's very well possible that Tampa can lose 2 of them. I don't think they have a layup of a schedule. So I think that.
Well, some people say they do, but I don't. I think they got a tough one. They got the Chargers and the Cowboys, and then I think it's either Carolina and then the Saints.
Yeah.
And Carolina played them tough.
They did.
Yeah, Carolina played them tough.
And New Orleans is playing for something too now.
Yeah, and I think Dallas on a good day, can give you a fight. I think that when we played them, more a case of them self-imploding. So that's my spiel on Kirk. I think people, because our feelings are wrapped up in this team, our emotions, people are hyperventilating. Not to dismiss anyone's feelings. They're warranted to be angry. But hold
on. Remember, Ron had COVID, man. That was legit.
No, I was expecting Ron rant. I was waiting for Ron's rant. I was looking for it. But
this is my show. He'll have a rant. Don't worry about that. It's coming.
I think with Kirk, I think people's expectations were out of whack, and I think people have a different perspective on him within the next 2 weeks.
No, I got you. All right, Ladarius, I know you've been on mute, so come on over. I want you in. All right, brother.
No, everybody's been doing great. I mean, I could just sat and coasted the whole show. I've been
no, brother. The show. I must have my homeboy next to me, so let's do this. Let's see. Oh, Jill, you fool. I'm a foul. I know. I love y'all too. All right. So, Ladarius, Keely just spoke on what he said. What do you think about Kurt? What is going on? And then we will tell. And then I'll come after you.
And we're gonna take a little commercial. Okay, no. Okay, fine. No, I want to circle back because I was listening. I ate a whole thing of ice cream, by the way. Very good. Now, while we were
what flavor?
Yeah, what flavor? I'm curious.
Yeah.
That's not important now. Now, you have to pay extra to find out those answers.
Probably
now,
hold on. This ice cream spot is sponsored by no one.
Bingo. There we go.
Okay, Ernie.
I know. Oh yeah, I do that segment every time we do Factor.
Yes, you do.
That's where I get it from. I get it from Ernie. Unsullied by sponsorship since. So I want to circle back. I'll be quick because I don't want to take up any time here. I want to circle back to when we talked about Raheem Morris and the coaching, and then I want to circle back to Keely. Hi, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
All right. Ron and C-Dub and that guy in the corner. Now, I don't
Yeah,
know
the
his name.
big bad bully Terry over here, man. He's like trying to start everything, man.
Yeah, Mr. After School Special over there. But anyway, let me get
whatever. Okay.
I want to circle back to the coaching for Raheem Morris really quickly because T. Will said something to me that's very interesting. And we talk about Raheem Morris. And here's the thing. Coaching the NFL, there's no exact science to it. Success, if you look at the success of great NFL coaches, it doesn't matter. It's offensive, defensive mind. Like Belichick's a defensive mind, Parcells a defensive mind. Bill Walsh is an offensive mind. So being a successful head coach is not an exact science, especially personality wise. So when it comes to Raheem Morris, I don't think Raheem Morris is a terrible coach. Because just look in the NFC South, like outside of, to me, this could be by proxy, he's the second best coach in there behind Todd Bowles. Because Todd Bowles to me has a little bit more experience than Raheem in the context of his tenure in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So coaching is not an exact science. Now I'm not defending everything Raheem does. Excuse me, but what I'm saying is that I'm not going to sit there and say he's trash because he has a great resume. Because here's the thing. Like I said, coaching not an exact science, but you look at his resume, look at his stops. He's learned from great minds, potential future Hall of Fame coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, then we circle back to the staff he hired. He hired a bunch of first-year guys who's never called plays before. Mm-hmm. And you have and then look on the offensive side of the ball. You have Zach Robinson. Yes, he's a great guy for the Rams under Sean McVay. He was the quarterbacks coach, I believe, there. And then you bring him over as a coordinator. He's never called plays. He's never been asked to call plays because Sean McVay kind of does all of that. Mm-hmm. So, but the point is that, and it ties into Kirk Cousins. I don't think Kirk is trash. And this is why. When we talk about two concepts, linear progression and linear regression, mm-hmm. Kirk Cousins has gone through both this season. He's gone through a great linear progression. He's looked really, really good. Mm-hmm. And this past month, he looked really, really bad. So there's a linear regression. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The problem becomes, and it's something Keeley said, to me, I think the reason why fans are upset the way they are is the expectations that we had. Because I've always said this about no matter what your team is, what the franchise is, whatever, however, it depends on your expectations that you had entering the season. Mm-hmm. What were your expectations? Because your expectations are connected to how you feel that the team should be doing. Mm-hmm. And everybody thought, this is a Super Bowl team. We're gonna run the South. We're gonna do the same way General Sherman marched through Atlanta. That's what Raheem's gonna do, and we're gonna march all our way down to New Orleans to the Super Bowl. Everybody had the same sentiment, more or less. I don't want to put everybody in the box. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, now we're sitting here having a conversation. Now we're on a 4-game losing streak, mm-hmm. and now it's about fire Rah and fire. Here's the thing: if you fire Coach Rah. And I always say this, when we talk about firing of coaches, who can come in right now mm-hmm. and do what Raheem's doing and do it better? Because if you fire Raheem, you got to hire somebody better. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it's not defending Coach Rah. It's not defending Raheem. It's understanding that we have to have expectations. Like every company, every business has an expectation. Mm-hmm. Now, how you feel, how your fiscal year went, is based on the expectations that you set. If you exceed those expectations, hey, you're happy. Everyone's drinking champagne and Hennessy. Everybody's doing great. But if the expectation but if the expectation was, we're kind of in the middle, bring up all these great alcoholic beverage choices. That's what I do here. Now,
those kids' parents understand that.
But like I said, I don't want to take up too much time, and I'm going to end it with this. It goes back to the concept of expectations. I'm not defending Coach Rah, but what I will say is this. there has to be some insight after the season, no matter how we finish. Because I don't mind Coach Rah coming back, because listen, when you fire a coach in his first year, usually we saw that it happened, unfortunately, to Steve Wilkes in Arizona. Got fired wasn't his fault. It's just the ownership just said, okay, we're just going to move on, whatever, however.
Right. Correct.
So it's not unprecedented, like we saw with Urban Meyer even before the season ended, so on and so forth. But the point is that how we feel is how our expectations. It's no matter whether it's football, whether it's life. We're going to feel a certain way based on our expectations and whether they're met or they're exceeded or they're below. Right now, a lot of fans feel that it's below. Now, I can't speak to everybody's feeling of expectations, but I think Keely hit the point. I think it's just how people's emotions are high, because we probably had some fans had higher expectations than this. Yeah. And here's the thing: you should demand accountability from your team as a fan. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but we also have to understand this: the Kirk Cousins is not 26 years old. Okay, so we have to understand that he's 36. And listen, outside of maybe Tom Brady, like a guy playing after a certain age, like after 35, there's some linear regression. In Kurt's case, it just it feels a little bit worse, just because of the expectation we had, because we gave a guy $100 million guaranteed. That was whether it was the plan of Raheem, Terry, and to kind of put that forward. Go ahead.
I just want to piggyback on your point. He's 36, and I don't know if all of us are over the age of 36, but it takes a little bit more time to recoup from an injury.
Yeah.
At 36, and especially one in which you need in order to do your job, because you have to push off.
Yeah.
So you hit a point. Yes, he's 36, but he's also a 36-year-old coming off an injury that is needed. Yeah.
An Achilles injury, which is the worst injury, because most Achilles take a full year.
Yeah.
There you go.
I understand. I don't think he hit the year mark, what?
October 8th or October. It was like the last month of or last week of October, because he got hurt at week 8.
Right. And so there's two pieces to this, right? There's the physical part to it, but then there's also the mental aspect that you got to trust it. Okay, I know the doctor says it's healed, but can I really throw it, right? So there's that. And then you add to that, I don't care what anybody says, his elbow and his shoulder have been bothering him for about a month. Now, he looked a little better, but to Keely's point, he is injured. And to Ladarius's point, he's 36, right? So, go ahead, Ron, you got something?
Yeah, my point is, when Raheem going to be like, you know what, Coach Cousins, you did okay this year, but we got to go with the young guy.
I think what they're saying is the young guy's not ready.
But
I think the bottom line is right now, or let me say it this way. Unless Kirk just can't throw, unless he seriously gets injured, you're not going to see Penix this year.
No, you shouldn't. All right. Let me interject, because I'd like to hear my voice too. Smash. But anyway.
Okay. Well.
You didn't. My bad. No.
I'm done.
Ladarius, finish your point, bro. I got you. No, bro. Put your mic up. Put your mic down. Put your mic down. Put it down. Put it down.
He's not gonna do it.
You talk. You talky.
King of Petty.
I'm not talking. You need to talk.
King of Petty.
Take the mic. Get me off mute.
He's not gonna do it.
Ladarius, get on, bro. Bro.
He's not gonna do it. He is not.
Shit. I was just gonna do some house cleaning. Goddamn. All right. Sorry, Lord. All right. I'm going to hell. Falcon fan, please like the. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Kerry. And then Kurt's got 100 million reasons why he's starting. All right. Oh, about the Ray missed went, or did he just stop throwing to him?
That conversation, she was saying that Pitts was being ignored, and I was
agreeing. All right, and then there are 100 issues or multiple issues with the team at this time: defense, coaching penalties, etc. But glaring is QB1 was supposed to be the leader. 0 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4 fumbles, unaccepted for vet. What's up, fellas? Red's in the building now. Cousins sucks. We suck. Another top 10. Look, the rest of the 4 games have not been played, folks. The bigger picture is why Pitts or anyone else, when the head C and OC haven't called a TO, told Kirk to switch plays. Why do they abandon the run? Defense retracts. Look, we're going to talk about that too eventually. Beating the Raiders and Giants won't change my opinion, especially if we're setting ourselves up for a one and done in the playoffs. Interesting. I just pray Kirk gets it together. He's not getting benched. Yep. Pride from the Terry and Rah, and I don't know if they want to admit the mistake if Kirk regresses. We're going to have to tough it out the year and see. We got the guys, or what was this? Guys to save face. Bucks about to win the South, and y'all know it. It's over. All right, Red. All right. Ladarius, come back. No, come back. I'm asking you. I'm gonna throw it to you first, Stuber. I swear. You can do this with Timberland. You don't do it with me. I'm your tag partner, for God's sakes. Oh. All right. So now I need to be the bearer of bad news, or I need to be the guy that's going to say what shouldn't have been talked about. But Terry doesn't have a contract extension. But yet Terry made these wonderful picks and, made room for everything and then signed the great Kirk Cousins. And yet he doesn't have a contract extension. Arthur Blanks loves nothing more than to give good news. He loves a press conference. So my question is this, if Terry is not back, if we don't do this, and I'm saying we don't, if you could grab me a Coke Zero, please. If we end up, let's say we lose out. Let's say we don't make the playoffs. And Rod doesn't want to let go of his assistants. Are we looking at a full sweep cleanup, or are we looking at because I'm hearing some of y'all say, well, Rod will be back. I don't know, man. The checks this man was writing with his mouth, talking about how they were going to outrun the South, how we were just a quarterback away. I was already seeing it on the press conferences, people saying, I thought we were a quarterback away. We look like we do last year. Oh, but he don't want to talk about that. And Roz coming off is very Arthur. I almost called him Arthur Heel. Arthur Smith. But he is a heel. But so I'm going to ask you guys, these next 4 games, we all know the Falcons. We have a record of we're supposed to win this game, but we tend to drop them. Are we really about to drop a game? Dear God, don't let me say it, but Ritter? Or are we going to get Ritter? Or are the Giants going to surprise us? Or what? I mean, or are we going to make the playoffs? I'll wait till answer, but I'm going to start with Ladarius, my great friend, the tag team partner, the man with the greatest knowledge that has loads of information that wants to share and not be petty with his best friend, C-Double. So, Ladarius, why don't you start us off, please?
No, you can go around. I'm good.
No, you're starting. Go ahead, please.
I'm a co-host too, so I feel I have a little bit of authority here. So we just pass it around.
I am wanting you to start this.
I'm flexing my 50% is what I'm telling you. I'm flexing. I don't flex it often on this show. I like to be a silent partner, but I want to get, I think our guest, Keely, I would like to hear
let's hear Keely.
I got a question. Well, Ladarius, are you a Cancer?
Nope.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought I recognized that level of pity. I was like, you gotta be a Cancer.
No, he's King Petty. Hold on. He normally does it to Terry, not me. So Terry's just loving it. He's like Vince McMahon laughing at us.
He's like 50 Cent level petty. I thought he was gonna stay on mute too. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no, there was a plan to do it. No, I'm not gonna lie. There was a plan. But
I feel like my heart's broken. Why didn't you just Big E me?
Wow.
Big, but that's a pause if people don't know who Big E is. Now, no, I'm sure. No, go ahead. I'll wrap up the thought.
You can leave with someone else.
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you're our guest. No, go ahead.
So I'm sorry. So it's about Raw, right? All right.
Yeah. Basically, the future of the Falcons, because we have 4 games left. I'm just looking because we haven't announced Terry to have an extension, and normally that does come out eventually. It does. They don't wait this late. So, but go ahead.
Now, I love my Falcons, and I think this is gonna upset a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I think Red, I know you're watching. I think my answer is gonna upset you as well. I think they're gonna run it back, honestly. I think all the cast members are gonna stay in place, and I think they're going to run 2024 right on back with the same cast of characters, in my opinion. I think that's what's probably gonna happen. The only thing I think everyone will be improved. They'll have another year of experience. I think Terry will be back. I think Raw will be back. I think they're going to convince you. I mean, the perspective of having first-year coordinators, the fact that Kirk is recovering, and we would think that he would be better the second go around. I think that context is why everyone will be back.
All right, let's go to T. Will.
I tend to agree with Keeley, with an exception. You might not see Jimmy Lake back. You might not. Just because it's obvious he's not running the defense now. Or if he is, it ain't his place, right? So I could see you bringing back Zach. Obviously, everybody. But Jimmy Lake might have to go. That's just my thoughts. Ronnie Thomas, what say you, brother?
Zach Robinson, you out of here, player.
You must be at OK State.
You don't own that. I don't think Arthur Blank got faith in Zach Robinson. Like, soon the last game get here over, when that 0.00, Arthur Blank gonna say, yeah, buddy, go clean out your office, give me your card, give me everything you got on this team. I don't know where you're going, but you gotta get the foot out of here.
Oh wow. Wow.
We destroyed the most points we scored this year, what, 30 something points this year?
I thought we did more than that on the big game against Tampa when everyone swag surfed. I can't remember though.
Well,
because I want to say that was 30 or 40 something, but I can't remember. But go ahead.
I just think Zach Robinson, he not getting it. He don't understand. Like, every game, and Keely talked about this on the Waffle on the show with Tiny now. Every game, he's supposed to get better and better. You supposed to learn from your mistakes every game. It a teaching moment. It's supposed to be. But he not teaching enough. He keep on doing the same old plays. And you see the plays not working. So why you keep on doing it? That's my whole argument. So I think Arthur Blank gonna be like, you know what, Raheem, you gotta do better. You gotta get somebody that got experience now. My opinion.
Hey guys, I gotta drop.
Go ahead, T. Will.
look at for those of you who don't know, Ron, myself, Ladarius, C-Dub, we go back and forth like this all the time. I love these guys. I love these guys, and I think these guys loves me. I think they love me.
Yeah, we do.
I think they all love me. I think Ladarius loves me like a stepbrother, but I think he still does love me. You know what I mean? But no, seriously. Hey, good to meet you, Keely, and we would love to have you on our show on either Monday morning or Friday evening. So, Ladarius, I'm sorry, C-Dub, if you could give my information to Keely, and maybe we can make that happen.
I can let you know. Yeah,
it will be a pleasure.
Good deal. Yeah. But to everybody else, hey man, enjoyed the show. Appreciate you guys. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. This show is This Is the Beard Gang, and these are my dudes. See me at the number 4, my ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. That's my channel. My show airs, or our show, because all of these gentlemen, with the exception of Keely, are on every show that we have on that channel as well. So our show airs Friday evenings at 7 p.m. and Friday mornings at 8 a.m. I am also on One Time for the Fan, which I believe has a show tonight at 9. Another reason I gotta go. But hey, you guys be good. Enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, C-Dub. And hey, you guys have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you. All right. So we got Terry leaving, but when one leaves, another arrives. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a wolf in the house. And Mr. Wolf solidify my Puerto Rican family. My family. I mean, now I sound like Vin Diesel here. It's family. What's up, Wolf? How you doing?
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Man, bro, we just talking. You know how it is. It's the Falcons, so it's the roller coaster that we call the Falcons. So you high 1 minute, and then for the next 34 days, you can't remember how to score.
Listen, there's no better time than right now to be a Falcon fan. Right now, there's no better time in the world. There's no better time.
I hear you, brother. So
because
all right,
you're going to see the crash. You're going to see the crash.
We're all doing the following. All right, you ready? It's coming.
Time for the crash.
Oh man. All right, what's up, man? How's it happening over there in your neck of the woods, my friend?
Well, it's going good. It's great to be out of YouTube jail. It's great to be out of YouTube jail. Salute to everybody. I think that is Raheem Morris the topic of conversation?
We are now addressing, yes. What we are talking about is we got 4 games left.
Okay.
And I just brought this up, so I'm going to bring it up again, and I'll help you out to catch up here. So 4 games. You got the 2 with the Raiders, where we got Desmond coming at us.
Sure.
We've got the Giants, who will be at our house.
Sure.
Then we've got Washington, and then we close it out with the Panthers. Okay. So what I'm asking is simple.
Okay.
Either depending on how we do, obviously, but I'm always of the mindset of the Falcons have tricked us before where they overlook a team for some ungodly reason and or play down to the competition. We'll just call it that way. Okay. And, and not just that, but Kirk Cousins struggles really bad with teams that have hard-hitting defenses. Mm-hmm. So now, what's your thoughts about the next 4 games, and is Rah safe? Or is Rob, the staff, who's all safe?
Well, I mean...
Andy, you can bring Terry in, too, if you want. You can include Terry.
Right. So most GMs don't even hit 50% of the time. Most GMs. And it's rarely that a GM gets another shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, Terry might not get another shot nowhere else, right? Mm-hmm. And it's going to take a long time for him to might get another shot. He's still young. He's relatively young, so he might get a shot when he's in his 60s.
And there's no extension. He has no extension yet. So, yeah.
So, look, his plan didn't work. The plan that he laid out in March, April didn't work out. It probably worked out maybe 50% of the time. Maybe it worked out 50% of the time. And listen, there's nobody that's been more harder on Raheem Morris than myself because, he is from where I'm from. If anybody understands Raheem Morris, it's the Wolf. We grew up in the same neighborhood. We came up the same way. We came up the same way. We came up the same way. Obviously, his success is very, very, very much more, but I'm successful in my own way. You know, I'm successful in my own way in real life, not on YouTube. In real life, I'm very successful.
I got you,
Right?
brother.
So,
yeah.
so he is not tied to Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
He is tied to Michael Penix. So,
okay.
if I'm defending Raheem Morris, and at this point I have to defend Raheem Morris, well then I'm just gonna get my popcorn and see the car crash if that's what it is. If they go on a run, great. But then again, when you look at it, you can't beat Minnesota, you can't beat Green Bay, you barely got through Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
You can't beat the Rams. You can't beat the Seahawks. You definitely can't beat Detroit. So why does everybody want to get dressed up for one playoff game?
I love how you said that. All right. Yeah.
Why
go
does
ahead,
everybody want to get dressed up for one playoff game? I'm just asking.
Yeah. No, I got you.
What's the
Yeah,
point of going
paycheck.
to one
Yeah.
And by the way, C Double, I went to the most expensive game. They offered me a suite to go back to the bench. I can go back to any of these last 4 home games that we have. I can go back to the bench for free.
Dang.
And I've denied it.
There you go.
Why? Because look, the product isn't good.
I got you.
Right? So why would I waste my time to go back there during the Christmas season and spend all this, flight money and do all this travel and stuff like that to go over there for one playoff game? Why am I going to get dressed up for one playoff game?
Yeah, I got you.
And everybody might not agree with me, but those are the facts.
Now,
those are not my feelings. Those are the facts. We can't beat any of the top NFC teams.
Well, let me ask you again, because you said something. I just want to make sure I heard it right. You said Rah is tied to Penix, not Kirk, right?
Sure.
Okay. No. The reason why I'm asking is because when I'm watching how the scene and everyone was talking, it was coming down as he wanted, it was either going to be, he wanted an elite processor, and that fit what Kirk was. Now, we've all talked about his injury status, everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to ask me, and I think even Keeley would say the same, I think Rah is more tied to Kirk than he is to Penix, because Penix, I almost feel that was Terry's really surprise ace in the hole type move to get Penix. Thinking of it now versus back when I was watching it and being aggravated with it. But that's why I have never heard anyone say, "Oh, he was tied to Penix," because I'm going, I almost want to say,
was originally part of the plan.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, the way that it unrolled out, they went out and visited him. They didn't even show up to his combine. They went out there late.
Twice. Huh? They went twice out there.
No. So here's what happened. When he had the combine, Raheem wasn't there.
No. I know that.
So what I'm saying is they got on him late.
No. I get what you're saying, but they went. I'm sorry, they went to Washington twice. So they went to Tacoma, where Penix was.
Yeah, I'm talking about the timing.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
It appears they were on him late.
Gotcha.
They were all in on Kirk.
Gotcha.
And then they made a late evaluation on Penix. Because keep in mind, you know how you can invite draftees to Flowery Branch.
Yes.
He wasn't one of the invites.
Yes.
So it seems like they were late on Penix and they were early on Kirk. I mean, I just feel like 100 million guaranteed ain't nothing to sneeze at. I think that's why they're tied.
Sure.
Yeah.
El Jefe, I'm with you, brother. But see, the problem is, and I don't want to take too much time, but here's the problem.
No, you good, brother.
Here's the problem, El Jefe. The landscape, right? The landscape of the quarterback position has changed, El Jefe. It's the only position in pro sports that you can be average but get paid elite money. It's the only position. You can't be an average pass rusher and get a big contract. You can't be an average quarterback and get a big contract. You could be Geno Smith. You could be Matt Flynn. You could be Derek Carr. You could be Kirk Cousins. You could be Baker Mayfield and El Jefe. Sam Darnold is going to get a big contract. Sam Darnold 2 years ago wasn't even thought of as an average quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The landscape has changed in the NFL. And when I tell people always tell me, El Jefe, they say, Wolf, why do you describe it like the way you describe it? It's because these GMs are willing to get on their knees from going from poor to average. They're willing to get. We have a 7-year drought of playoffs. 7 years, and they're willing to go with now. El Jefe, the Jets up here, they're in a worse situation, right? They've been 14 years out of the playoffs. They got a mess. Guess what? That fan base is ready to implode because they've tried over and over again. Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, and everybody in between. It's been 14 years. Guess what? The advertising dollars, the playoff dollars, El Jefe, C-Dub, is really what owners are really worried about. It's those Prime videos, Netflix games, Peacock games, those primetime games that they get most marketing dollars for the team.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation. I'm sorry. But, El Jefe, I agree with you, brother. $100 million is nothing to sneeze at, my brother. It's not. But when you look at the landscape, you look at it and you say to yourself, it took Geno Smith 10 years in the league to figure it out. $100 million, El Jefe.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield goes to, if I'm correct, goes to Carolina, Los Angeles, and then Tampa, and then figured it out and gave him $100 million guaranteed.
Well, Tampa gave him that $100 million.
Tampa gave him that, right.
Yeah.
So El Jefe, I agree with you. $100 million is nothing to sneeze at, but I expected him to make a move. It's just that I think that Terry was very thirsty and should have probably scouted other quarterbacks that were available if Penix was going to be the guy at 8. Okay. Is what I'm saying, right?
All right, Wolf. Let me bring in Larry and give me and hang with us if you like, because I don't mind hanging in. All right, Larry from the Dixon Way. Now he is coming from a secret location, traveling, fighting crime and all. What you got, Larry?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all having me on. As always, guys, if you're watching this, you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit the like button, man. It's the lifeblood of all of these streams, all these content creators trying to make their way through this YouTube universe. All right. So, yeah, I am off to see the wizard. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find the wizard of football. But no, real talk.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Guys, Kirk, it ain't about his injury or anything like that. He making bad decisions. I want you guys to go back and look at the Tampa Bay game, how Kirk Cousins and Raheem embraced. That was an embrace like, thank you for making me right. This is why I brought you here. My feeling is that Kirk Cousins was 100% a Raheem Morris move. There is no reason, like if you were more hot and heavy for Michael Penix than Kirk Cousins, there's no reason why you wouldn't make a move to try to salvage this season. Arthur Smith had the common sense to just say, okay, I don't know if Ritter is going to be an answer, but we can't keep running our head into this wall expecting a different outcome. NFL has gotten a book out on us, and we're not adjusting to the book. So our self-evaluation of what we're doing is very poor. So everything we're scheming, having Cal Pitts in, we run the ball 3% or 5% of the time when Cal Pitts is in the game. Why? Because he can't freaking block. More so to the point, when you got a tight end that can't block and you're running jet sweep with a third or fourth string wide receiver, guess what? It's never going to freaking work, okay? Stop running jet sweep with Ray McLeod trying to be your lead blocker. That's stupid. But again, passing wise, this is more on Kirk. When shout out to Atlanta Bird Game with the excellent film review. You guys ain't tuning into him. Make sure you check out Atlanta Bird Game because his breakdown be double the amount of the game. Like literally, be up there 4, almost 5 hours breaking down the game film. So, and you see it. You see Kyle Pitts running free. I saw in this game, Kirk overthrew it, threw it to the damn defender. Threw it where nobody could get it except for the defender. Oh, my bad. That's supposed to be for the tight end, right? To your player. Throw it where no one else can get it except for your receiver, right? Well, Kirk thought of it the other way. He was colorblind. He thought he was throwing. He had a flashback from last year. Thought he was trying to hit his man across the middle for a touchdown, but it was a pick. Disgusting. Every interception that Kirk Cousins have thrown have been disgusting. It was no touchdown November, so that's no peanut emoji November for Kirk Cousins. Straight up. And this coach going to press conference and said Kirk Cousins have done enough to earn the spot and be our quarterback. Are you kidding me? You don't get a touchdown the entire month. It was 5 weeks, 4 game days. A full calendar month. This dude ain't seen the end zone and thrown 8 interceptions. Hey, I hate to say it, but he may be a one-year coach. And I hate to say it because I really was rooting for Rah. I didn't want Rah, but once he was here, I was behind my coach because, I'm for the logo. But again, if you're going to stand on business with Kirk Cousins, then your ego is more important than the logo, more important than everybody else in that locker room, and more important than Arthur Blank, who hired you and took a risk and said, you know what, damn the best coach in NFL history. I'm going to bring you back because I felt sorry. I felt bad at how we did you and just went on to get Arthur Smith. And,
all right, go ahead,
and to be honest, that's how I feel right now. And if anybody look, if we lose to Desmond Ridder, everybody get out the door. Nobody getting on the plane except for players. Nobody. Look, scouts, coaches, water boys.
They're walking home.
Equipment guys.
I got you, Keeler. I got you.
Everybody's fired if you lose to Desmond Ridder. When you sat there and said, if it wasn't for quarterback play, I wouldn't even have this job. And you reiterated by throwing Ridder under the bus today in your press conference.
Yeah, you did.
If you lose to Desmond Ridder, yes, fine. Hey, y'all like wrestling? You're fired. Yeah.
That's a good McMahon, I must admit. I mean, he's not in the person you want to admit, or do an impression of, but I got you. All right. I got to hear it. Give me a sec, Wolf. I got to go to El Jefe. He was having his finger up. Go ahead, El Jefe. What you got, bro?
I just think we need to take a second for some perspective. Like, I get the whole haven't thrown a touchdown in a month, but I mean, they could have gotten him a touchdown. Like, I saw him march up and down the field, just that we chose to hand the ball off for the score instead of throw it. So it's not like he's not moving up and down the field. I wasn't necessarily, I'm not mad. The Pitts thing is, I get people frustration with Pitts. I remember hearing Randy McMichael talk about it because I keep 92.9 on my radio, right? And people brought up the he's open thing. And Randy McMichael comment was, it's a matter of when you're open. Like, if you're the third read, or if you're the first read and you're not open yet, not moved on, then there's no point in about you being open. And the thing about that irks me about the Pitts conversation is that, like, all right, take Victor Cruz, right? When he got his opportunity, that preseason game, he made the most of that opportunity. Like, you couldn't ignore him. I watched Pitts get the ball thrown to him, hit him in the hands, and it hit him in the chest, and he dropped it. It was on a crucial, like, third down play. Like, Kirk hit him in the hands, and he just looked up like, my bad. Like, I've seen
no.
many...
I'm not absolving Pitts or anything.
I'm not saying you are.
Funky,
Here's
like,
what I'm saying.
We all know Pitts is the bus.
I'm not absolving you. I'm not saying you're absolving him. What I'm saying is, when you do get your opportunities, you have to actually show people that you're worthy of being thrown to. Because the harsh reality is Drake and Mooney are just better receiver options. They just are. Like, when Drake is catching an interception and saving him from getting intercepted, yeah, I'm going to keep throwing it to Drake. Drake is going over the middle, doing all the work that we wish Kyle Pitts would do. And they're just better receiving options. And to Larry said earlier, like, he's a liability in terms of blocking. So at this point, can't be utilized as a tight end. He's just a fourth-string receiver because the other three receivers in front of him are better receiving options. Drake is literally, I see Drake fight for the ball. And I forgot what game it was where it disgusted me. And I don't want to say this about any NFL player, but Pitts literally pulled his hands back because he was afraid of getting hit. So instead of catching the ball, he yanked his hands back. So I don't blame Kirk for ignoring the mess out of Pitts. And for that reason, he trusts Drake probably too much because he know that Drake is going to go over the middle. He's going to fight for the ball. He's going to go get the ball. But in terms of Kirk, we've lost these games for different reasons. The Chargers game, yes, that's all Kirk. But Sunday, I saw a return to something that I thought we got rid of after the bye, and that was penalties. Self-inflicted penalties, like the holding. So the New Orleans game and the Denver game, if you go back and you watch, a lot of our drives got stalled out from offensive penalties or Drake getting a head start, old flag, and then all of a sudden we're backing up. I didn't see that against the Chargers. They cleaned that up. Kirk would just trash that game. There's no excuse. But in Minnesota, I saw a return to it where Lindstrom got a flag. This guy get a flag. As we're moving along, you saw the penalties stalling out the drive. Other than that, I really didn't have a problem with Kirk. That one interception at the beginning of the game, that was a good call by Flores. And he really didn't have Kirk really didn't have no option because Moody went out. He motioned. Everyone stayed back in max protection. And there was only the two receiving option. He should have threw it away, but it was just a really good call by Flores. And then on that last one, I knew that was going to happen because you're down 2 scores with 8 minutes left, and he's going to force the issue. It's the same thing at the end of the Chargers game on the 4th and 12 where you got to make a throw because it's 4th down, and he throws it. So I don't know. I think people have a right to be mad at Kirk, but we have to put it in perspective. Like,
no, I got you.
Yeah. So hold on, Keely. So Keely, so you agree with Coach Rah in saying that Kirk Cousins did enough to win the game. No touchdowns. We wanted to feel. Look, drops happen. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is the consistency of being inconsistent is the problem. He missing mad people, bro.
I wouldn't say missing.
I
don't know. You can't say
missed
missing.
More people. Look, go back and look at that. Go watch Tight End Them stream again. Go watch every last minute of it, bro. He is missing way too many people, man. To sit here and say, well, they dropped this. They dropped that. Yeah. So he's missing more people.
Larry.
All right, go ahead.
All right, 2 things I want just if you can explain it for me. All right, going into the bye week, we had 2 receivers top 10 in receiving in the NFL. He's top 3 in passing, so clearly passes are getting completed. His completion percentage is higher than his last Pro Bowl year, so passes are clearly getting completed. You can't have 2 receivers top 10 in the NFL if you're not completing passes.
Like let me know when you finish. Yeah.
All right.
So
go ahead. You take over.
All right. So you said that, and like I've been saying, there is a Mickey Ficky book on the Falcons and they play calling now, bro.
No, let's not change the subject. Let's not change. No. Hold on. Let's stay on subject. You said he's missing people.
He is missing people now. He is seeing ghosts. What they're doing, I see what.
When did this start? When did this start?
Yo, he started seeing ghosts in probably the Saints game.
We stand on subject. When did he start missing
people?
Saints
game. Yeah, Saints game, easy. He started missing people with the Saints game.
All right, so as of the Saints game, after the Saints game and after the Denver game, he was top 3 in the league in passing. 2 receivers, top 10 in receiving, and he has a high
for losers,
percentage.
Right? Hold on, coach said that's for losers, right?
I don't care about what he said. I'm talking about common sense. We're gonna apply it real quick.
All right.
How can someone have a better completion percentage than his Pro Bowl year and have 2 receivers top 10 in the NFL if he's missing people?
Where is he at in yards and interceptions? Tell me about that.
Okay,
damn, the yards ain't nothing. Forget the yards. The yards ain't nothing. The yards ain't nothing if you ain't putting the ball in the end zone. Miss me with that.
So basically, you
look
just
here,
want to
man. We cannot put this all on Zach Robinson.
So it's just
we can't put this all on Zach Robinson.
Who said Zach Robinson? What I said
no,
was,
I'm just saying, like I've seen people online, not you.
How is he? I'm talking about your statement of missing people. That's what I'm saying.
Missing.
I saw Kirk march down the field. We could have threw the ball in the end zone, but Zach wanted to run the ball wide. He wanted to stretch play on the 2-yard line for BJ.
Oh, I hate those. Yeah. That's stupid.
So what I'm saying is, it's not like he hasn't been in position to score. He has no control if Zach says we're going to run the ball instead. That's beyond his control, correct?
Hold on, man. Didn't you say Matt Ryan had to take control of the offense? Didn't you tell me that?
Who said that?
All right.
Didn't you tell me that Matt Ryan had to take care and take over the offense and call the plays that need to be called? We were talking about the Super Bowl. Didn't you tell me that?
I don't recall.
Man, you told me that, bro.
You
told me that, though.
I don't even recall that.
All right,
but
we was
gonna do everything but answer questions. I got you.
All I'm saying is that if he's a veteran quarterback, he's supposed to be able to make those audibles. Hey, when we ran that stretch audible for that 4th and 1 and we lost the game when Algiers missed the block, Kirk Cousins audible into that. Did he not? Bijan said he audible into it.
What did that have to do with what I said?
What it has to do with it is that you're saying you say, okay, well, he was in position. We were going up and down the field, right? But then Zach Robinson do a super call. I understand. I don't like those calls either. Okay. But we've also seen Kirk Cousins go into a run play, into a stretch run out there. So, I mean, look, man.
But we don't know if he
look.
We don't know if he has the ability to audible or not. We don't.
I can't give Kirk a pass on a month of not making a touchdown, bro.
You don't have to.
I can't.
I'm just asking for what to make. I'm asking what makes sense. If you're saying he doesn't,
what is his rank? You're talking about his ranking yards. What is his ranking interception to touchdown rate? It got to be in the bottom third, right? Yes.
So here's the thing that's interesting. When did the interception become an issue for you?
Is he or is he not in the bottom third of interception to touchdown rate?
I don't know. I'm not checking it. What I'm asking
I'm driving right now, so I can't check it. I would.
All right, that's great.
Hold on.
My question is, when did interceptions become an issue for you? When did Kirk interceptions become an issue for you?
Man, I'm not in front of the computer right now.
I'm saying what game did
anything.
I'm not asking you to fact check anything. I'm asking your opinion, Larry. What I'm saying is,
well, it's the last 4 games, bro. It's the last month. He's thrown 8 interceptions. He's thrown 8 interceptions, no touchdown.
Before the Chargers game, he wasn't nowhere near the league in interceptions. Mahomes was the league leader in interceptions before the Chargers game.
Mahomes is winning.
Right.
Because of how bad Mahomes is playing.
You're not gonna tell me it was a concern before the Chargers game. Like he didn't throw anything that was abnormal. Him staring down receivers been a concern since before the 4-game losing streak. Okay. I've been saying he's staring down on wide receivers. That's not nothing new complaint for me. I
All
get
right.
people just want to
Do
be
your
mad.
corners.
Even if it
Do
don't
your
make
corners.
sense, people just want to be mad.
Yeah. To your corners.
I mean,
I gotta
I'm just saying.
interfere. I gotta be the ref. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
All
The
right.
reason why I gotta say what's up to Skull Gang G. What's up, man?
Skull Gang?
What's up, man? What's
And
happening?
we still got Wolf on the other side. So Skull, welcome. Wolf, what you got?
Hey, man, Kirk Cousins. That you got is 50 years.
Skull, I can't barely hear you, bro. I know I got some whistle wipers hitting hard, Larry. And I know it's raining.
Lay on talk.
Yeah, I got you. All right, what's up, Skull?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And Kirk Cousins is exactly who you guys are saying he is. He can make every throw, but it's just the fact that he doesn't have that it factor. It's the it factor. He doesn't have that at all, man. Like, he crumbles in like crunch situations, and that's why I'm so glad you guys took him away from us, because he destroyed our team. We was one game away from the Super Bowl, and in 6 years he destroyed all that because he took so fucking much money, man. Like, my guy is not lying. What is his name? Larry? He's not.
Yeah, Larry Discoy.
He misses throws all the time, and if it's not on rhythm, that Kyle Pitts should have been a touchdown. He just needed to throw it inside. But for some reason, he 1, 2, 3 just threw it. He didn't even really look, man. It's just, y'all have a great team, man. If y'all would have just ran the ball, I think y'all would have won the game, because y'all was running it down our throats, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was running it down.
Hey, Skull Gang. Let me ask you a question, dog.
Yeah.
On that interception, when he threw the ball over Kyle Pitts,
Yeah.
my man caught it with what? One hand.
Right.
Tippy toe. Right? It was like this.
Yeah.
Bruh, in the NFL, Skull, when you know where a motherfucker going full speed and can catch it with one hand like that,
Yeah.
a corner,
Right.
it's nothing on the ball.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Right?
Nothing.
Now watch this, Skull. Watch this. We was poor. You understand what I'm saying, Skull? We had the oven open to heat up the house. We was poor. At the quarterback position, we was food stamps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of the month, food stamps.
Yeah.
When you see somebody like Kirk, you be like, oh, snap. We about to go to the club again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the game was over, and we were down 2 scores with 8 minutes left. Like, I literally cut the TV off at that point. So that second interception, like, the game was already over. I knew the whole stadium know you have to throw to get back in the game. So I'm not even mad at that last one, because
No.
I think y'all pressed
the game was over.
I think y'all could have kept running the ball, bro. Your D.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't apply to the last 8 minutes of the game, because we can't run in the last 8 minutes of the game. We got to throw. We got to score twice in 8 minutes. Like, once Ray fumbled that snap on that return, and y'all got the ball back and scored, to me the game was a wrap. I was like, all right.
Well, hold on. I wanted to ask Skull. Yeah, I wanted to ask Skull, because in the game you were talking about the gashes we were running. So you're saying that you thought that that we were having actually executing against their defense, or Brian Flores' defense, because the running was making moves. I just didn't know we were making more like an impactful runs, because I know Bijan had a couple of runs like that. But is that what you were saying? What you were seeing too, where the running game was executing?
Man, y'all got the most yards on our defense than any team this year.
Yeah, we did. We did. And we barely ran Algiers. Yeah. And he had like 60 yards on like 7 or 8 carries or something like that. It's like something crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we could have literally ran it down their throat, but we stopped because we putting the ball in his butt. I'm sorry, now. My bad, Skull. Go ahead, man.
It's all good, Larry. Don't work for it.
My bad.
I know your frustration. I can hear it in your voice, bro. I said that so many years. He takes up too much money to not be a top quarterback, man. He needs to be making all that money. You have to perform, man.
Yeah, Skull, my bad. Yo, listen, man, my bad. I got to run. But listen, Skull, it's just that what I'm saying is it's a lot of teams that's quarterback thirsty. You feel me? They're at the poorhouse with the quarterback position.
Correct.
You listen. You look. to be able to beat the monsters in the AFC, you need a monster too.
Yeah.
To go against Patrick, you need a monster. To go against Joe Burrow, even that Joe is struggling right now, Joe put up MVP numbers on a losing team right now. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert might step up the next year. I mean, what Denver's doing over there, you need a killer to go at killers.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping for, and I know that there's people that's frustrated. I get it. But what I'm hoping for, even you guys, right? McCarty coming back, Darnold with the money. You know what I'm saying? You got Addison. You got, you know what I'm saying, the tight end. You got people that you got to pay. But when you've been out of the playoffs for 7 years, when you get that little piece of chicken, that's left at the barbecue, that's where we at right now, bro. We fighting for the little piece of chicken after the party. We taking home leftovers right now, B. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all got the dude on y'all team. I'm gonna tell you the difference. The difference,
right?
Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold will move in the pocket. Kirk Cousins won't move in the pocket, man.
Exactly, brother.
He's Matt Ryan.
Exactly.
They wanted Matt Ryan and they got him. Matt Ryan needs all the conditions to be perfect in order to be successful. You need a O-line, you need a run game, you need all pro receivers, you need a defensive coordinator, you need everything to be perfect.
But listen, let me get up out of here. But listen, gentlemen, hey, C-Dub, I appreciate you. Hey, El Jefe, good to meet you. Larry Skull, man, come through to the channel, check me out. But listen, look, I'm trying to tell you something right now. I'm trying to tell y'all before I go. Let's see what happens. And I just want I just want to see what happens from March to April. I think that's very important to see what happens from March to April. And then we'll see where we are, because we're not the only franchise. I'm sorry, there's bad reception, but we're not the only franchise that has given a bad quarterback contract. We're not. So, you know what I'm saying? Skull, good luck the rest of the way. I hope Minnesota gets it popping. You guys got a great fan base up there. You know what I'm saying?
Wolf.
Yeah, man. Salute to you. Salute to El Jefe, Larry, C-Dub. And listen. Hey, because Larry started this. Larry started the wrestling. Larry started the wrestling, C-Dub, right?
Tomorrow. Okay. If you free tomorrow, you come into the
Larry
wrestling
started
show.
The wrestling, right? And El Jefe is school. The Four Horsemen were created in 1985. It was the Ole Anderson, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard,
and Arndt.
Okay, it didn't work out when Sting was in the Four Horsemen. Maybe, and what I say that is to say this: maybe one of our coaches on the offense and defense ain't one of the Four Horsemen.
I got you. Hey, look, Wolf.
It's your
tomorrow at 5:30. I do a wrestling show. Please come back. All right. Me and you. Come on. You come on to the wrestling crew.
Because I can talk wrestling, Larry.
I know.
I can talk wrestling, Larry.
I'm inviting you. So come on now. All right.
I'm gonna see if I can get there, man. Yo, salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody, man. Let's get much success, nothing less to everybody, man. It's your boy Wolf Solidified, man. Later, man.
Yes. Later, Wolf. All right.
Later, fam.
So go ahead, Skull. Finish up what you were saying, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing, man. Y'all can go deep in the playoffs. Y'all just have to figure out your identity, and your identity is running the ball. Running the ball.
Thank you.
Running the ball. If they start doing that, you guys will win. I promise you. It's not throwing 30 times with Kirk Cousins, man. But big ups to the Falcons. I love the Falcons, man. Vic, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Man, so like, man, you guys just got to figure out your identity, which is the coach. It's not you guys, it's the coach. And I hear all the fans say, I mean, I think he's the best running back in the league. But John, y'all just don't use him like you should. But I think he's right there with Saquon, if you ask me.
Bingo.
If you use him. Right.
If you use him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. So,
and he had 22 carries, which is crazy. He had 22 carries, almost 100 yards. Algiers had about 9 carries, 60-something yards.
Yeah, 9 carries, 63.
So when you look at it, a normal person who likes passing, they'd be like, well, we ran the ball plenty. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like we had an advantage. We were gutting them like a fish, and it seemed like we started off with dumb run plays. You know what I'm saying? You get the ball on a jet sweep. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? It failed 2 weeks in a row. So now we just gonna come back to the well again. Like, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that the play calling is suspect sometimes. But I also feel like it's Kirk too, man. Like, it's hand in hand. It's 50-50. It's 50-50 with me now.
When you're leading with the run game, that means your defense needs to be able to help you control that game because you're not scoring quickly. You're taking time off the clock.
Exactly.
So what takes you out of that is when you get in a penalty where you don't held them to a field goal, and now you got to come back on the field, and then they got 7.
Oh yeah. The secondary was the worst ever this past week. You can't defend that.
You're going to get the best 2 receivers, probably the best 2 receiver duo. I mean,
we can't have nothing right, man. We can't have no peanut butter with no jelly. Damn.
We got
no milk and no cereal.
That was the biggest reason we lost this game. To me,
yes. I was about to throw some bouquets at that man because I kept telling people.
Okay.
Like
fair.
You guys had the right scheme, but when you're in man, motion people. They were losing what they were supposed to do. They was missing out on their assignment. So he was confusing them by motioning Justin Jefferson, and they just didn't know how to pick it up. That's what I was thinking. Like,
I mean,
that's what I saw too.
Look, I saw John Cena attack Alford. That's why he slid to high five him. But I mean, that's really the only excuse.
He got speared by Goldberg. He got speared by Goldberg.
Not by Cena, man, because no one could see him. That. And
okay, you're right. You're right.
No one could see it. He heard that do, and he just lost it. Man, look,
you're right.
6. I couldn't. When I heard the stat, it was 6 games. He didn't go to scoring, and I'm going. And we just let him. He was just catching it easy. I'm like,
all right, guys. Let me get in the house. Let me get in the house, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. I might come back in after I eat if y'all still on.
If we're still on, come on in. No problem.
Good conversation with y'all as always. We all love our Falcons. You know what I'm saying? It's all love.
It's all good, Blair. We love you.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Basically, where y'all messed up is most teams, he hadn't had no touchdowns because since we played Jacksonville, teams been like double covering them, and you guys didn't do that. So I guess Kevin O'Connell took advantage of that, so.
And that's the reason y'all gonna be successful. The name you just named. Y'all can let Sam Darnold walk because you got Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah. That's why we let Kirk walk because we seen last year when he got hurt that we could still kind of put up a fight. So
yeah.
And we still got Daniel Jones. I mean, he's not great, but he's no different than Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? So
if anyone, look, I believe in O'Connell. If he could work with somebody, I think he could work wonders with Daniel Jones. I really do. Daniel Jones just had way too much against him as he started. I mean, think about it. Go to the Giants. You had nothing around you, except for a really good running back, and they didn't want to keep the running back. So it's like, I'm sorry, man. I look at Daniel Jones and I'm like, dude, going to Minnesota is probably the best thing he could have done. But yeah, man, you guys have a really good team, and like I say, O'Connell, I'm jealous of. I love that man. That man is a really good head coach. And
the minute
go ahead.
I wanted Penix for our team instead of McCarthy. I just don't understand why y'all don't play him just because of Kirk Cousins. It's like the money spent is water underneath the bridge. So, let's go try to get playoffs. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Well, and it's like I'm on that fence because Keeley said it best too. In the preseason, we didn't play Penix. Our coach decided to play him one game, and then after that game, he said we saw all we needed to see, and then no other games. And then what was it? I think it was the Broncos game, and was it the Chargers game?
I think he has a total of 5 reps. I don't think you can expect a kid that only have 5 total reps and then come in and be serviceable.
Yeah, you right about. I ain't know
Yeah.
him play at all like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the
The
maddening
preseason
thing.
thing was because the preseason thing was the stupidest thing in the world to me. They for whatever they let him get like 4 passes and they shut him down for the entire preseason. I don't get that.
Yeah. But yeah, good luck, fellas. I just want to put my word in.
Oh man, no problem. Thank you for coming by, man. And just don't be a stranger. Come on back anytime.
So, man, I know y'all frustrations, but I mean, Kirk is Kirk, man. I don't understand how he's made all this money. I don't understand how he's made all.
Bro, I will never forget I saw where we signed him and I just kept going. I made great points on why you don't sign him. And everyone's going, but he's the best quarterback. And I'm going, oh God. Yeah.
Good luck, man. We play Monday night next week too, so
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool. 2 Monday night football games, man. I love doubleheader Monday night football games. Those are
Well,
fun.
no, they at the same time.
yeah, we at
Well, I think one is at 8 and we're at 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how. If I'm not mistaken, I'll have to double check because
I think you're right.
Yeah. Well, the reason I say double check because I gotta watch Raw too. So it's like I'm gonna be juggling 2 TVs at once watching it.
All right,
But
man. Appreciate you bringing me up, y'all boys.
no problem, man. Thank you for coming along, man. We appreciate you.
For sure.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up now, and I just want to thank everyone that's been a part of it. And Keely, I appreciate it. Any last words? What are your thoughts about the Raiders game? I mean, I'll tell you mine, but what do you think about this game that's coming up?
I think we're gonna win it. I don't even think it's gonna be a tough. I don't want to be disrespectful.
No, you're fine. Just say what you got to say. It's all good.
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't want to be disrespectful to the Raiders. I just think we're just a better team, just like I thought Minnesota and the Chargers were just better than us. But I think people mad, but we ain't that sorry. We're not worse than the Raiders or the Giants in my book. So I expect that we're going to win those 2 games, and all of a sudden it's going to look interesting.
You know, I got to go here. This is the thing that bothers me about this game is, you know, if the game against New Orleans never happened, like if we would have showed up, had that same kind of intensity and matched it or got as close as we could to matching it, I don't think I would be worried as much. But because we let a game like that go and then we lose to the Broncos, then it started, snowfalling. And now it's like, here's a game. It's like, and I hate to say it, but you see this game, you go, we got this. This is the game we got to have. We can't screw this up. And I've seen it where we went against the Colts that had 2 wins and they beat us to get their 3rd. So it's like I'm going, man, I hope this doesn't happen. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we should. I mean, you got Bijan. Look, it's like what Skull said and what everyone has said. We can run the ball. Just run the ball. Teams have lived off the running game. Let Kirk not have to do too much. Pass here, pass there, no big deal. Don't let it do too much. Don't make him move because he ain't moving. That I think that it does bother me is when he does play action or when he's tossing the ball, he just throws it, and it's like it just bothers me because you just can't get over to do it. Oh, we got Will here. Hold on, give me a second. All right, Will. I was about to wrap this up, but I'm going to let you come on in because I've been trying to get you in here. So, Will, I'm going to just throw this at you. What are your thoughts about the Raiders game that's coming up Monday Night Football? And if you want to bring up some things that you are concerned with the regime, obviously you can. But go for it.
It's gonna be real quick, fellas, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, me, man, this is the last scrape for me, man, because I feel like the players fighting for these jobs, the coaching staff fighting for these jobs. Everybody is fighting for these jobs. I feel like only person doing their job is Darnell Mooney and Drake London and them. I don't have nothing to say really about them because they doing their part. It just right now, man. The defense coordinator Jimmy Late with the miscommunication. I feel like we need this all season. We need to go defense, and I was disappointed that we didn't draft Brian Murphy, the 3rd out of Texas, because I feel like we shouldn't even spend all this money on Kirk Cousins because when we first got Raheem Morris, I was like, Oh my God, is we gonna be good? I was like second guessing because at the same time, I was happy for him. It was a second chance. It took me a while to get over it, but I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking to myself, is it gonna be another Dan Quinn? We're gonna be playing off country, being inconsistent, or we gonna have a dude gonna ride his men up to play full complimentary football for 60 minutes? And my
Yeah.
concern with Raheem Morris is he didn't got coaches with experience. And fellas, I hate to say it, Zach Robinson ain't gonna be here because I'm reading articles. He might go to Oklahoma State University, and I feel like the Falcons they need to clean house on this coaching staff. I don't trust these dudes. They don't have no identity what they want to do in it, and you can tell from the press conference, Kirk Cousins feel like he's not himself. He's mentally out. I don't know if he's there or not. But he give me bad vibes, man. Honestly, this is a must win game for us to win. First one, we got to run the ball against the Charge. I mean the Las Vegas Raiders, and we got to get turnovers early. We
Yeah.
got to get turnovers early in this game, and I think we limit that tight end Brock Bozer will be good though.
Bowers.
Yeah, Bowers, man. But this coaching staff got to step up and put players in position to make plays. And man, I really miss the Markham Helms too, man. That safety
Yeah.
out of Alabama. He gonna be back next year, but I think Raheem Morris was lying in the press conference about Kirk Cousins. I feel like Kirk Cousins got hurt after New Orleans game. Because after that game, I didn't see no velocity. His quick throws, he not reading the progression. And right now, he's just throwing the ball. He's just throwing the ball. He's not even reading his whole field. And Kyle Pitts and Darnell Mooney was open this whole game. I feel like we should just lean on the run with Tyler just because he was eating and Big John Robinson. But like
Mm-hmm.
I said, they play calling. He make bad decisions at the bad moments. Right, like when we get in the red zone, we go 3 and out. And I just feel like they need to put some enthusiasm trying to get touchdowns in the red zone. But I
Yeah.
got confidence they're gonna beat the Las Vegas Raiders because I just don't think Desmond Ritter they often will show up. I'm just really worried about their defense because they got Max Cosby in them and they got some dogs in our front seven. I was gonna
Yeah.
touch the secondary though, but Tampa gonna lose because I just feel like Tampa right now the offense gonna put points, but if the defense will limit the Chargers, and I don't think they can do that. It's gonna be a tough game. They're gonna find all the way to
That's gonna be a good game. I think
yeah,
that Chargers and Tampa Bay is gonna be a good game.
yeah,
I'm
but
not yeah.
I'm not counting them out, but like I said, I just feel like the Chargers they're gonna give them a tough one, and if they
Mm-hmm.
do lose and we win, and we got to win 4 games, fellas. We can't lose no more games. I hate to say it because we lost
Yeah.
4 games. We can't lose no more games, man. And moving forward, man. I don't know if Terry Fontenot gonna be here or not. We got to see. And like I said, next year we got to go defense and ends and nickelbacks, cornerbacks, and safeties, man.
And linebackers.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
linebackers
to
too.
yeah. I got
Yeah,
you. All right. All right, Will. Well, I appreciate you, brother, for coming on in.
yes,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
All
We
right, man,
appreciate
fellas.
you.
I'll be back on next time y'all pop up by Friday. I get up at 5, so I'll definitely
All
be
right.
on if y'all do it.
Hey man, I'll let you know. You'll see my stuff and we'll get you going.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Sir.
you take it easy, brother.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I wanted to get with you, Keel, about that. It's like, so yeah, honestly, the way this game is gonna break down to me, how do you go against Max Crosby and Chase on, who's been coming around? He had that amazing play against what was it, Baker, where he batted the ball and actually intercepted it. But I mean, this is going to be a test for us. My thing is this: don't give him any hope. Don't give him any hope. Don't give him a interception. Just try to play as clean as you can. But what do you think about this? What do you have to say? Any keys or anything?
Run that Max Crosby.
Mm.
I mean, you can't you if he's getting antsy or you see him jumping upfield, run out the back door, like run at him. That was one of the things that I liked about Arthur Smith is he just ran at everybody when we was here. We couldn't throw for a lick, but he just ran at everybody. So I remember when we played the Steelers to open up this season, then I went back and looked at how we
Mm-hmm.
handled TJ Watt the previous game. Arthur Smith ran at him.
Mm-hmm.
He just
Yeah.
ran at him. Like we're running this way, we're running that way. And it just seemed like TJ Watt couldn't catch his breath because when he would run upfield, they ran out the back door. When he would go this way, they go the opposite way. Like he just kept running. So that would be my thing. It just And I do think that that's what Zach wanted to do against Minnesota. Is just that we got some turnovers, and then all of a sudden we're down 2 scores, and it's like, well, we can't run no more, you know. So, as long as, like you said, keep it clean and run the ball. If we can keep it clean, then yeah, you can just run at them. That would be my key.
I know that's what I'm saying. To me, it doesn't get no simpler than that. Run the football, stay clean, and get off on third down. I mean, look, the defense is coming around, getting sacks. So now let's just turn it up. That's all. Ritter will give you the ball if you give, So
if he gets down, that's the perfect scenario. Like you said, if the Raiders are down multiple scores where it's obviously obvious that he has to pass the ball to get back in the game, then the game is over.
Yeah.
Then the game is over. He's going to give us the ball, like you said.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, get right game, whatever you want to call it, just win at this point. And that used to be the Raiders logo. Just win, baby. But Keely, where can the good people find you if they want to get a hold of you?
Well, typically you can find me on the eye test, also with C-Dub.
Yeah. This has been fun, dude. I'm loving it, man. It's great.
So you can find both me and C-Dub Wednesdays at 10 on the eye test.
Oh, all right. And folks, Keely's a really cool dude. I love hearing you talk to football, man. I do. And I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through. And guys, let me start with Ron. If you want to find him, he's on Talk Your Ish, starting at 8. So check him out. And what's called? Also, he'll be either on my show, the Atlanta Beard Gang, which was today, and then he also does Pops and the Henry Brothers, and always will show up on the eye test at times, or Waffle House, or for my ATL Sports one on Fridays. We'll be talking Falcons versus Raiders. We'll have the morning show on Tuesday because Falcons play on Monday, so that's going to be good. I'll have a double show, it looks like. And then let's see. We'll be talking wrestling tomorrow about Saturday night main event. It feels like a PLE because they are building like it. So we'll be talking about that. And so, guys, enjoy your football. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks to the massive amount of people that came and talked to us. We want to thank everyone that came in. We want to also thank all the chatters. So if you like the show, please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the C28 button. Also, please, if you watch this as another time, please leave a comment. Tell me what you want for the Falcons. Do you think there's going to be a change afoot? Is it Kirk? Is it Rah? Or are we staying pat? Please do. I'd love to get some responses and go from there. I've been your host, C-Dub. That's been Mr. Keely. Jefe, thank you so much. Thank you all for watching the show. I'm C-Double, and I'm out. Well, Ryan from the